Okay, y'all. So Game of Thrones season 2, episode 8. Okay. So let's talk about Rob. Rob is over in the north. Okay. He got captured by Ingrid's people, the Wildlings, and they took him to Mance Rayder. They also captured another member of the Night's Watch, who's another ranger who was out there with them, but they had off the rest of the people. So it was something I wanted to say in the last one. So the girl, her ass must have been real fucking horny because the whole time she just kept talking about, trying to get John to get it in for real. And I'm like, John he kept on saying, "Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that." And the members a nice watch, but she really want John. Like John is fine for real, for real. So then we get to Arya. So Arya is chit chatting with Tywin or whatever the case may be, and Tywin is like he's getting ready to leave and go off to war. Okay, so Tywin leaves in the middle of the night because he want to get ahead on the battle. Now he's telling Arya that he's going towards Robb Stark's people or whatever the case may be, but that's not even the direction that he's headed in. He just want to get a leg up on Stannis in the war or whatever. He don't want nobody to know he coming. So he basically, what I was say? He don't want nobody to know he coming. So he basically pretty much leave beforehand. So Arya running around Storm's End looking for, not at Storm's End, but they at Harrenhal. She running around Harrenhal looking for Jacqueline Hagar or whatever, and she couldn't find him till the morning. So when she found him, she was like, "How long do it take for you to get somebody?" And this and the third. Tywin already left. He's after my brother. I need him gone. So he was like, "Oh, it could take months, because Tywin is already gone or whatever." So she was like, "Well, I named you," and she gave his name, and he was like, "You need to take that back because it's not serious." He was like, "Hey, they ain't nothing to play with. Don't be saying my name or whatever." And she was like, "Well, I'll take it back if you get me and my friends out of here or whatever." So he told her that he'll try to do what he can at midnight. She better be at the gates and walk out of here because that's when the plan is supposed to take place. So her and her friends waiting. Her, she got like a kitchen kid, a little chunky boy, and then she has King Robert's bastard son, the one they was looking for, right? Gendry. So they all three together. So they walks out of the freaking they walks out of the gate of Harrenhal, and as they walking out, all the guards is hung up and gone. Like I don't know how Jacqueline Hagar did it, but he got that shit done. Now Daenerys, okay, is sitting in front of the council of the 13 or whatever. And one of the council members of the 13, like I said, traded on the other guy of the council of the 13. And they end up offing him, and the guy is trying to lure her to the house of the Undying. But the guy that's the commander's son, Sir Jorah Mormon, he don't want her to go because he's like, if you go there, they're going to offer you. He already said that once you go into this house Undying, you ain't going to never come back out, yada, yada, yada. So she like, "I don't care. I'm going to get my dragons. If you want to run, you can run for real." So that's where her mindset is. She trying to get her dragons. She not fucking with nothing else. She not running from no fights or she ain't scared or nothing. Okay, so back at Rob's camp. Rob, okay, basically coming back with that girl or whatever, and he finds out that Catherine had let Jamie go. So Jamie is on his way back to King's Landing with Brianna Toth, okay? So Brianna Toth has to take him back to King's Landing to negotiate, some type of trade for his life, for her daughter's life, for Catherine's daughter's life. Sansa and Arya, but Arya ain't even there for real. So when Rob finds out he has his mother in prison, well, not really in prison, but have guards watching her and stuff like that. So then he talking to the little medical lady, the girl that he was like flirting with and stuff. And she was telling him like this side story about like, how she grew up and stuff and how her brother had got off or whatever the case may be. And girl, like that shit must have turned Rob on because he like, "I don't want to marry the Frey girl or whatever." And then they start getting it in. And I'm like, there you go. Rob, you fucking up now. You making a big mistake because them phrases is going to be the death of you, literally. You feel me? You better honor them damn vows. So then we get to Winterfell. So Theon basically, posted the boys' burnt up thing up there in Winterfell. And his sister comes there and was like, okay, well, I'm glad that you had took Winterfell or whatever the case may be, but this was a stupid idea. You're a bitch ass motherfucker for, you know, offing two little boys, for real, a crippled boy and a 6-year-old boy. Like, what was you trying to prove? Like, them boys was way more valuable to us, alive than gone, for real. And basically, she was just calling him a clown. Like, his decision was some clown ass shit, for real. So basically, he talked about, well, I'm going to take over Winterfell. This going to be my place, blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. So, Lord behold, okay, the wilding girl that was with Bran and them that got them out of there, she ended up waving down one of the maesters inside of there and was basically letting him know, like, they had went to the barn where they had burnt everything at, but then they had to circle back around because they couldn't keep outrunning the hounds. So they had to circle back around into Winterfell, and now they inside the crypts. So they like, hopefully they don't come looking for us here or whatever the case may be. This is the last place they should look because they already looked all in Winterfell, right? And he was like, yeah. So basically he gonna be like, giving them food and shit while they down there until the coast is clear for them to come up from the crypts or whatever. Now, over in King's Landing, Cersei, this bitch think that she is just one big top dog, but she really ain't, for real. Like, first off, she trying to get the upper hand over Tyrion because Tyrion had sent Marcella off to Dorne or whatever because he felt like it was going to be safe for her to be there. So she don't like that Tyrion had did that. So she like, oh, you sending my daughter off? Well, guess who I got? I got your girl or whatever. So she think that she found the girl that he in love with because she had on this like lion medallion or whatever. So Tyrion do not know how to act. First of all, when this girl came in there, this is a totally different girl. This was not, the girl that he really liked. So he walks over to her. He was like, I'm doing everything that I can to make sure that I get you free from her, yada, yada, yada. And I'm thinking to myself, like, Tyrion, you can act way better than that. Like, what the fuck? Like, you didn't even sound sincere talking to this bitch, right? So then, but then he did sound sincere when he had turned around and talked to Cersei. He was like, basically telling her, like, I'll fuck your ass up if anything ever happens to her, for real, for real. And he was serious when he said that, for real. And the crazy thing is that Cersei think that she got him by the balls, but she don't know shit. Like, that shit is crazy, right? But she only trying to get the big payback because he sent her daughter off the Dorne and because he convincing Joffrey to fight in the war and shit. She like, Joffrey can't fight in no war. He's not no Jaime, yada, yada, yada. Basically saying, my son is a punk-ass motherfucker who ain't going to survive no war. And if he in the war, they going to off his ass, pretty much. She don't want him there because she know if he go to war, he's going to be a goner, right? So Stannis is on his way there, and Joffrey is talking to Varys and Tyrion. So he like, yeah, when my Uncle Stannis come, I'm gonna paint him a red smile across his face, talking big shit. And then that's when Tyrion was like talking to Varys. He was like, oh, you think that Stannis is gonna be scared of that? Like they was basically like clowning Joffrey low key, right? Now he has Stannis, okay, who is on his way to King's Landing in his ships. And he basically tells, the guy that's with him that he's going to be the hand of the king because he is the rightful and lawful king. And when he do take over King's Landing, that he will make him the hand of the king or whatever the case may be. Now, I think that was all the most important parts that happened in the episodes. Nothing else really happened. That was all like the highlights for real. So yeah, y'all go ahead and like the video. Tell me what y'all think about this episode, and I'll see y'all in the next one.